Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Jared at 3C's Recreation. We're so excited. First day we woke up with snow on the ground all year. You can see how much it snowed last night, and it's snowing right now. Like 6 to 10 inches depending on where you're at, and then obviously there's drifts in there as well. So all of this was last night, first snow of the year. So this is a demo of the LW4164 rear PTO snowblower on an MT335HC. So this snowblower is rated for a 20 to 50 horsepower tractor, so we're safely in that in the middle there. And this one has already been set up for this tractor, which means the drive shaft has already been cut. So the owner's manual goes through all of this, but you set it down, get it away as far as you can, so your drive shaft angle is as nice as possible. So it's been cut, ready to go. There are multiple shear pins on this tractor. Underneath this cover there's a shear pin, and then underneath this flip cover there's also a shear pin, so two on the drive line. We have the gearbox here, so this is full of oil, and you want to change that once a year. You do have the shoe, so if you want to set this down, you're done with it, you can set the depth of the shoe. You can see it sticking down there. I would still put a board under it because that's a pretty small pad, it would probably sink in. It does have the adjustable plow shoes, and right now we are at the maximum depth, so we're all the way up. So we're going to be right close to the ground. Usually, first couple times of the year, you want to set the snowblower up off the ground more so the ground can freeze in and you're not picking up stones. But you can see Tom up there. We use a snow pusher here at the shop, and we use that because it lets us take all this snow and get it way up there and we can pile it. We have 11 acres to play with here, so that works really good for us because we don't want snowbanks down here out front so people can see our dealership. So we take all the snow and just push it that way. But if you lived in the woods, that's where snowblowers come in handy if you don't have places to stack the snow like we do. So this has a 64-inch wide cutting and then a 26-inch depth. So that's what this is rated for, 64 by 26. Again, plow shoe on this side, you would adjust both of them at the same time. It does have the hydro angle chute, which is so nice because if you're inside the cab, so you can see the lines coming off of here, coming right into the green set. There's two sets of rear remotes on this tractor, and if you look inside the glass there, you can see the green one has the band on it. So that's going to change our hydro angle on this particular tractor. So that's a really quick walk around of what we're going to do, and wow, it's snowing even harder now. So this thing is all warmed up. It's 21 degrees, fired right up this morning, which is a beautiful thing. And I'm just going to kind of try to trim this up a little bit. Not going to get in his way because he'll push me out of the way, and we'll get to it. So I'm not sure how loud this is going to get inside the cab, but I'm going to turn around and we're going to like blow the snow just next to the cones toward the fence here. So I got Braxton, he wants to ride a snowmobile here in a second. I turned the fan all the way down. We've got nice controls inside of the cab here. We're just pick the bucket up and we'll just leave it up a little bit here, up out of the way so we're not worried about it. And this is already picked up all the way, so we're good there. And then I'll mess with the sheet rotation once we get up into our spot. So take the parking brake off of this thing here. And we got to achieve 540 PTO speed, so we'll get there in a second. So let's get up here. So we're going to turn our rotation, my handle's here, other way. This is crazy how far I can spin it though. And you can almost have that coming at the cab, which I think is maybe too far. We'll find out. But obviously we're going to throw the snow that way, try to keep it away from the cab and 100% away from Braxton, so back up a little bit more. There you go, buddy. And so we'll lower this down a little bit. We'll turn our PTO on. You can see that it's starting to throw some snow. And then let's get to 540 PTO speed here. We'll drop it a little bit lower here. So I'm trying to do this with one hand, guys, I apologize. And then drive backwards at the same time. So I'm going to try to switch hands with the gimbal here. Hopefully the audio isn't horrible. I'm going to turn that rotation a little bit further away from the tractor. There we go. Try to rotate it that way. There we go. This is pretty fluffy snow too. It's not super wet and heavy. I'm missing this cone there. It's kind of a whiteout all of a sudden. It's hard to see. There we go. I just set it down a little bit further So maybe I'm down a little bit too far so you can see. That's where the shoes come in handy. But we're not catching any rocks, which is nice. We're just doing a really good job. You can kind of see down below. It's not too bad down there. Maybe 1 or 2 rocks. Maybe just for the demo we'll pick it up just a little bit. We're not trying to shoot any rocks around today. There we go. I just came up just a little bit with it. It's throwing it really far. If you look over there, it's a really good distance to where the snow is going. And I'm catching a couple of rocks because we're right on the edge of our driveway here. But that's kind of a snowblower in a nutshell. And I guess I don't know how fast we're really going, but it seems like a comfortable speed. It's chewing up all of that snow, no problem. Braxton's doing a good job getting some outside footage there. I don't want him to get, having him back up. There he goes. So we're just kind of pushing this bank back here along the side. So this is where the snow pusher let it fall over. And that's the beautiful thing with a snowblower. If we look out front here, we don't have a perfect cutting edge. We don't have any kind of bank left with it here. We just go a little bit further. Well, we're going to go the whole way just to clean this whole edge up. Now I'm going a little faster. I'm a little bit more comfortable with it. It's doing a good job keeping up because I'm not really filling it. Like, it's not totally filled. And we'll dive off into the actual snow here in a second. But I feel like I'm moving pretty fast to be snow blowing. And it's throwing it a long ways. You can see it out there. If you look out front, it's probably going 20 feet safely. And this is pretty fluffy snow. I think if it was a little bit thicker, it'd be going further. Alright, so I stopped mid snow blow here to give you an idea of how it's going. And obviously I'm not taking a full swath, I'm just kind of cleaning the edge of this up. But what's cool with this is I'm barely running the snow over. So this is a 64-inch wide snow blower. And we're really not running much of it over. We got a really good clean path all the way down through here. You can see how clean that is all the way down the front. And if we walk out, we can see how far I'm blowing it. So there's where the snow is landing to where I was just throwing it from. So all the way over to where Braxton's running to now is where the snow is landing. So I'd say that's a pretty good distance at that 540 PTO. And this is really light and fluffy, so it is flying better, but I'm not packing it all the way. I think if there was more snow being fed consistently, it would actually go a little bit further. So if you're trying to get this away from the house, it's awesome. It's going to go a long ways with it. It's really comfortable and quiet inside of that cab. I don't know how the mics picked all that noise up. Hopefully you can hear me talking okay inside of there. So that's a pretty good little demo. I think what we're going to do is we're going to back straight into this snow that hasn't been touched yet. Right here in the middle. I'm going to back straight into here. It's going to fog it that way and we'll get a full shoot to see what it looks like that way. So I just backed into this snow here, and you can see that we were throwing it pretty good, but it's not frozen yet, so I'm grabbing a lot of stone, and there's no reason to really hurt the implement, or the tractor. Not hurting the tractor, but no reason to really go any further with it. It gets right down to it, but the plow shoes need to be adjusted up on this one to really do a good job in this location. That's where the snow pusher lets it freeze in. We push it off, freezes in. So probably in like 2 weeks, this demo of me backing up to this ramp would be better with the way the plow shoes are adjusted now. So I'm not going to adjust the plow shoes because we're not really going to use it here. I just wanted to give you guys a demo. So made a really clean cut all the way to the tractor. We just need a more frozen ground with the way the plow shoes are. So thank you guys for watching our video. This was a demo of the MT335HC with the LW4164 snowblower. Enjoy the ride.